All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I want to talk a little bit about crypto markets in general, and I want to give an analogy so a lot of people understand kind of a mindset. I've been talking about mindset a lot and perspective a lot these recent last few videos. In fact, I mentioned a whole bunch of stuff on the last video, and I'm going to try and kind of talk about those as well in this one, so you kind of understand what the market is and what how it really works, right? So and it's not general to crypto or anything, it's to do with everything, right? The narrative is to do everything. Crypto markets or any markets are based on narratives and sentiment, right? Human sentiment. So a lot of human power goes into it, but you have to think about it like it's a game, right? It's a game. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of a game you think about it, right? It could be something as simple as chasing each other, right? Tag, right? Or something like complex as chess, game of chess, right? But I'm going to stick to the simplicity of it, right? And I'm just going to go with the narrative of tag, right? Now, I don't know how many of you guys are or were young enough to actually grow up watching Tom and Jerry, right? I'm sure many of you guys have. Put it this way, I still watch Tom and Jerry if I could, right? I still love Tom and Jerry. And in Tom and Jerry, the narrative is very simple. The mouse wants the food or the cheese or whatever, and the cat just keeps on chasing the mouse, and the mouse always wins, right? Right. So what I'm trying to say here is most of the people who are chasing prices and getting in and out of this game, or most of the people who are not aware of the entire surroundings or the entire structure of the market, are more like Tom, right? You are the cat, right? The people who understand the maths, the methodology, the sentiment, the direction, the trends, right? Momentum, those are the pros, right? And there's not many of them, right? You got to understand, there's not many of them. You can get an army of Tom and they will still lose. Jerry will always win in Tom and Jerry, right? That's because Jerry understands the methodology, understands, okay, I need to do this in order to get that, and he's always outsmarting the market, right? What I'm trying to say here is on the charts we get to see numbers, right? I get to see numbers, and if I get to see these numbers, other people also get to see these numbers, right? So if you remember on the previous video, if you watch it to the end, you would have noticed this, right? I talked about how we don't want to go below $50,500 for BTC, because that will change things and put us into a range, right? Now, the range I spoke about was a large range. I said, look, if we go below 50,500, right, and if we close a candle there, that would give us a situation where we could actually go all the way down to $40,000, right? Now, many people that I know, right, have gone to the charts and come back to me, and I kept silent. I said, I'm not saying nothing, all right? The evidence will come out, right? You probably don't want to listen to me because I don't make sense to a lot of people. That's fine, right? You probably don't want to listen to me because I'm not showing you a bunch of charts and making numbers up or coming on every single day talking about it. Absolutely fine, but you'll see, right? So I normally give a number, I throw a number, and then I just keep quiet and I'll let the number come. So when I talked about 50,500, we actually did go as low as 50,514 cents. 14 cents. So we were accurate to 14 cents. That's a good one. I've posted that on Discord. That's one. Then I mentioned how we're absolutely fine. We still have enough time to recover. Today we're recovering, but none of that matters, right? Because I also mentioned the range. I said the range is from 50,000 all the way to 40,000, and that's the part a lot of people couldn't make sense. They're like, Sham, but we see 48,000, we see 51,000, we see 47,000, we see all sorts of other numbers. Where the hell are you coming with this 40,000? Now, obviously, I have my own strategy. I have my own secret cookbook, right, that I will use to figure certain things. I'm not giving everything away, guys, okay? But the point is if I'm certain about something, I will drop that number. That's the main key here, right? So I've said 40,000, and then today, earlier on, I'm sure a lot of you guys must have heard his name. His name is Plan B. he turned around and he mentioned something quite interesting as well, because he also sees it as well, right? And as I said, if I see a number, other people also see the number. So he turned around and he said he would be very surprised if he saw it go below 40,000. Now here's the key is in what he said and how he said it. He didn't say we could go to 40,000, as I said, as the bottom of the range. But what he says is he'd be surprised if we go below. So what he's saying, right, just like I said, there's a possibility that if we fall into this range, we could actually go down and test that bottom level back to 40K and then bounce back up again. So this video's intention is so you prepare yourself psychologically, mentally, to understand that that's what's going to happen. I don't normally talk about stop losses. I don't normally talk about trailing stops or anything like this. I'm a freaking bull, right? I'm one of those guys. I even trade with no stop losses, especially when I buy in a bear market, right? I don't even bother. But it is important that all of you guys who are coming into this right now and who are feeling the FOMO, right? Who are feeling the hype, the intensity, right? We might miss out. It's time that you guys understand that, yes, you can get in, by all means, get into any coin you desire. But have that mindset, have that control over your emotion, right? Because markets move with emotions, right? And Tom always wants to catch Jerry because he freaking hates Jerry, right? Or he just wants to eat him up. But Jerry always wins. So be Jerry. Be Jerry. Jerry always has a plan, right? So that's what I'm saying. Just be Jerry. I know I'm giving a lot of Tom and Jerry here. I'm not trying to promote Disney or anything like this. But the point I'm trying to make here is, guys, you need to have a strategy. You need to have an escape plan, right? When you're trading, you must have all of those things. So ideally, you know, look at the charts, look at the market, look at what the experts are saying. Forget me, I'm not an expert. I've never claimed to be an expert, right? But look at the numbers, and if they are mentioning a certain number, it doesn't matter what it is, right? It doesn't matter who it is. If they're mentioning it, take note. That's all I'm saying. Just take note, right? Because some people will give you these numbers way in advance, and some people will give it to you nearer to the time, regardless when they give it and who gives it, right? Take note of the number. That's all I'm saying, right? You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to take any action. If someone's saying there's a probability the market's going to go to 40K, you put your stop losses in. You put your trailing stops in so you can exit out before it happens, right? That's all it is. If nothing happens, you're fine, right? Doesn't make any difference. The guy was chatting bullshit. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? So understand these things, and that's what I want to say. It's a game. Trading is a game. If you can master the game, you can play the game all day long. That's all I'm saying, right? Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not giving any financial advice. I'm not telling you what we're going to do. I'm not telling you we're going to go to $500,000 per BTC. I'm not telling you we're going to go to $1 BTC. It doesn't matter. The probability of BTC going to $1 million is as much as it might go to a dollar. You know what I mean? You have to be realistic that it could go up and go down at the same time, and that's a probability that we have to accept, right? And it's not about Bitcoin, it's about any stocks, any shares, bonds, whatever. Nothing is going to be there forever. Something will always come and take over something else. Like, for example, Amazon recently, the founder of Amazon, or the CEO, whatever you want to call it, right, Jeff Bezos, he's been selling billions of dollars worth of his Amazon stocks recently, right? Why? Probably he's not performing well, whatever the reason. Maybe he wants to dump the price and buy it cheaper. God knows, right? But the point is there's always going to be something else coming in the future that may take over Amazon, right? We don't know. Under the hood, say Squarespace, they could be taking over Amazon for all we know. Etsy, right, could be taking over Amazon. We don't know. Point is market, whatever's up there could always come down, and that's a probability we always accept, and we move forward with this, right? So I hope this video, I don't want to make it any longer. 10 minutes is enough, right? But the point I've made here, I hope you understand it. You soak up the information that I'm giving. When we throw numbers, there's a reason behind it, right? What I'm saying is 50,500 is a good number. Nothing below that is good for us. There's a reason behind that. When I'm saying that the range, bottom of the range is 40,000, I appreciate you guys coming and arguing with me. A lot of you guys who have contacted me and said, oh, bro, this, that. I said, look, I didn't say nothing. I've said what I had to say. I've said it publicly. I'm not taking it back. I'm not going to tracked or whatever you want to call it, what I've said, right? I've said it because I see a reason for it, right? I have my tools, I have my methods to do these maths and tell you and throw these numbers at you. But that's about it. I didn't say anything less than 40. So, understand what I'm saying. And I didn't say anything I didn't give you a 100K, 200K number. So I'm not doing none of that. I'm just being realistic. If you can't understand that and accept that, then yeah, forgive me. I can't help you. Do you know what I mean? So other than that, guys, I hope the video wasn't offensive to anybody. Didn't mean to be offensive, but just wanted people to understand that it's a game of cat and mouse, right? And Tom and Jerry, one of my most favorite shows, cartoon shows that is, I'll still watch it right now if I have to. I can binge on it all day long. Is a good analogy of how the markets work, especially the charts, right? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Other than that, I'll see you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.